Everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? Y'all sure? Okay. You survived all the fireworks? Huh? You celebrated for the 4th of July? Or did you say, oh, this is just a messed up country, I can't stand this, rah, rah, rah? Whichever way you celebrate is whichever way you celebrate it. No wrong or right way. Hope y'all had fun. Thank you for not dying. It's hot. You know, I'm in Texas. It's hot. Like real hot. I hope everyone is having a great week and all of that good stuff. What else has happened? I don't know. I heard that we back. We back striking against Iran and stuff. Just come across the news, scroll through it and see it, you know. Before we get started, I will say this. See what a smile. Please make sure you get updated. All right. So all of these fitness centers everywhere, right? Everybody working out and all of that didn't come by accident. So please, I'm asking you, start to exercise daily, especially if you're not at all. Listen, when we talk about natural selection, if you see all of these humans filling up all of these fitness centers, right, being disciplined, being on their body, working out, and you're not, then you're at a lower vibration than them. I'm just speaking truth. So please try to work out. Please try to work on your diet. Please try to get better. Everybody on Facebook is over 35 years old. Like we're not kids, right? We're supposed to be the example to the next generation. So let's be a healthy, good example. That's all. Just saying. Better keep up. Anyway, we're going over teachings. Yes, these are the golden sayings of Epictectus. I'm trying to stay calm. I am. I did warn y'all about this last week, and I told you that this is one of my favorite voices as a reader to hear and listen to. She's fire. I think she's going to have me emotional. I hope I don't, but I think she's going to have me emotional because she reads very well. Very well. We'll bring God up in here too. Just saying. But yeah, anyway, I love to talk and stuff. Thank y'all for watching my live videos. I really do appreciate it. I really do. And see, you know that's authentic because you know that I'm not saying I appreciate you watching my videos because I appreciate you making me money like YouTubers or, you know, people on podcasts. I really appreciate you. I do. But I like to talk a lot. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is aphorisms 41 through, I think, 65. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
Section 3 of the Golden Sayings of Epictetus. This is a LibriVox recording.
It is.
All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org.
Shout out to LibriVox.
The Golden Sayings of Epictetus, translated by Hastings Crossley.
Shout out to Hastings.
Aphorisms 41 through 65.
Here we go.
41.
Here we go.
What you shun enduring yourself, attempt not to impose on others.
Okay.
You shun slavery, beware of enslaving others.
Okay.
If you can endure to do that, one would think you had been once upon a time a slave yourself.
Okay.
For vice has nothing in common with virtue, nor freedom with slavery.
I disagree. Vice does have something in common with virtue, and freedom does have something in common with slavery. You see how you have to use discernment? Not anything against Epictectus. You have to use discernment. We just went over the universal principle of polarity that explains love and hate is the same thing. They differ by degree. Freedom and slavery are the same thing. They differ by degree. Virtue and vices are the same thing. They do have something in common. They only differ by degree. All right, here we go.
42.
Uh-huh.
Has a man been raised to tribuneship?
Here we go.
Everyone that he meets congratulates him. One kisses him on the eyes, another on the neck, while the slaves kiss his hands. He goes home to find torches burning.
Okay.
He ascends to the capital to sacrifice.
Okay.
Whoever sacrificed for having had right desires,
Ooh.
for having conceived such inclinations as nature would have him.
Right.
In truth, we thank the gods for that wherein we place our happiness.
I tell you.
43.
Here we go.
A man was talking to me today about the priesthood of Augustus.
Stop.
I said to him, "Let the thing go, my
Let
good
it go.
sir. You will spend a good deal to no purpose." "Well, but my name will be inserted in all documents and contracts."
So?
"Will you be standing there to tell those that read them, that is my name written there? And even if you could now be there in every case, what will you do when you are dead?"
What you gonna do?
"At all events, my name will remain.
Write it in stone.
Inscribe it on a stone, and it will remain just as well. And think. Beyond Nicopolis, what memory of you will there be? But I shall have a golden wreath to wear. If you must have a wreath,
Roses.
get a wreath of roses and put it on. You will look more elegant."
Shout out to Rosicrucians.
44.
Hold up, let me talk about that, because that's still going on nowadays, right? Right? When you sign a piece of paper, right, it says who's the owner of the company or who's the owner of the process of you signing the papers, right? So this is Epictectus talking to one of those type of people, okay? And they want their name on every document for the company that they own. Why? For what? Well, I want everybody to see my name when they sign it. Okay, write it in stone. It'll be seen for longer, is what she said. And back then, you used to get a chain of stuff, you know. So he's like, I want a chain, you know. She's like, get a chain of roses. You'll look more elegant, you know. And she's like, so what's gonna happen when you're dead? Well, my name is still remain. See how empty-headed that sounds? Here we go.
Above all, remember that the door stands open.
Remember?
Be not more fearful than children.
Listen.
But as they, when they weary of the game, cry, "I will play no more." Even so, when thou art in the like case, cry, "I will play no more," and depart. But if thou stayest, make no lamentation.
Listen.
45. Is there smoke in the room?
Hold up. Let me stop before we get to the smoke, because I talked about this before. Remember? We talked about Epictectus' view of the door stands open. You know what that door is? That door is death. Roll with me. We're talking about Epictectus' point of view here. Just be open to it, okay? So, life gets hard. No, let's talk about the example that he talked about. Kids, when they get tired of playing, they don't want to play no more. They don't give a fuck what other kids are having fun. You're like, oh, look, little Jimmy, the other kids are having fun. Little Jimmy does not care. He's done with playing. He wants to go home. You take your kid to Disney on Ice. Your kid's crying and throwing a fit. They do not want to be there. But look at the other kids having fun. Little Jimmy do not care. They're done. So she said, be better than children. If you don't like what's going on in life, the door stands open. AKA, go kill yourself. I know it sounds bad. Listen to what I'm saying. You got the freedom to die. I know everybody's, oh, no, stay here. You want an injection of, here's some medicine. Oh, look, here's a bigger house. Here's some money. Hey, won't you go get a new job? Hey, don't kill yourself. Hey. You can leave whenever you want to. So let's go over the smoke, which means if it's too much smoke in a room, it's too stressful, be like a kid. I'm out. What? So they believe that when you die, you go right to the place you were supposed to go, that you don't get punished when you die. That's Epictetus' point of view. It's okay. Let me go over Socrates' point of view. So that way you have sort of a contrast, because even though you will hear Socrates, even in this same live video, because Epictetus loves Socrates, they have differences. Okay. So Socrates' point of view is, so if you have a horse, okay, and you got the horse to do a specific something for you, right? Pull this, to ride on, whatever. And the horse says, you know what? I don't want to do it. I'm dead. You will be disappointed in the harsh, because the harsh, the harsh is strong enough to deal with it. The harsh just didn't want to deal with it. So that's how Socrates says God looks at us. We're already strong enough to handle everything. So when we say, you know what, it's too much smoke, it's too much, I quit. Socrates said God gets disappointed in a way. Epictectus says, nope, the last garment is this body. After that, you going to heaven anyway. So if you want to quit early, go ahead and quit. Whichever one you choose, you can choose. These are just different point of views. Be open and you can still keep your point of view, okay? That was a long example.
If it be slight, I remain.
Listen.
If grievous, I quit it.
Listen.
For you must remember this and hold it fast, that the door stands open.
Yes.
You shall not dwell at Nicopolis. Well and good.
Fine.
Nor at Athens.
Fine.
Then I will not dwell at Athens either. Nor at Rome.
Fine.
Nor at Rome either. You shall dwell in Gyara. But to dwell in Gyara seems to me like a grievous smoke. I depart to a place where none can forbid me to dwell.
Right.
That habitation is open unto all.
Right.
As for the last garment of all, that is the poor body.
You see?
Beyond that, none can do aught unto me.
You see?
This is why Demetrius said to Nero,
listen,
you threaten me with death, it is nature who threatens you.
That's why he told Nero, you threaten me with death, it's nature that threatens you. Sorry, let me calm down. I told you she'd get me turned. Here we go.
46.
Get it, girl.
The beginning of philosophy is to know the condition of one's own mind.
Okay.
If a man recognizes that this is in a weakly state, he will not then want to apply it to questions of the greatest moment.
Right.
As it is, men who are not fit to swallow even a morsel buy whole treatises and try to devour them. Accordingly, they either vomit them up again, or suffer from indigestion, whence come gripings, fluxions, and fevers, whereas they should have stopped to consider their capacity.
So what she's saying is, if your mind not ready to listen and answer questions, then you don't want to put your mind into something that you're really not ready for. Because what's going to happen is that you're just going to throw it all back up. You're going to have an issue with what's being said. You're going to throw excuses back at. You're not going to really take the treatise and what's being said in, because your mind is not even in the right state to handle it. So, mind check yourself before you get into knowledge and wisdom or anything. Check the state of your mind first. Okay, here we go.
47.
Let's go.
In theory, it is easy to convince an ignorant person. In actual life, men not only object to offer themselves to be convinced, but hate the man who has convinced them.
Why?
Whereas Socrates used to say that we should never lead a life not subjected to examination.
I know, everybody thinks I just sit here and everybody loves me. No, people hate me. They won't say it, but they do. They do. I'm not saying every single one of them, but most big high number of them do. Right? People object to being convinced, because when you're convinced, you're taught. And most of the reasons why they don't like that is because they want to be the one doing all the teaching. Jealousy, envy, you know? So like she said, people object to even be taught. And then even if they are taught and convinced, they hate the one who has convinced them. That's the truth. We know that from the Jesus story. Oops. Just saying. Here we go. Please don't
48.
hate me. Don't hate me.
This is the reason why Socrates, when reminded that he should prepare for his trial, answered, Thinkst thou not that I have been preparing for it all my life?
All my life.
In what way? I have maintained that which in me lay.
What is that?
How so? I have never, secretly or openly, done a wrong unto any.
Very nice.
49.
Let's go.
In what character dost thou now come forward?
Here we go.
As a witness summoned by my God.
I'm calling him.
Come thou, saith God, and testify.
Hold on. Come. They still think I'm playing. Come and testify for me. See, people love to bring witnesses. They love to bring people. They love to bring money and things to be as a witness for them. Call on them. Be a witness for me, God. Let's see what God got to say. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
By for me, for thou art worthy of being brought forward as a witness by me.
Yeah.
Is aught that is outside thy will either good or bad?
Is anything outside your will either good or bad? No, it's not either good or bad. It's in your will. Here we go.
Why hurt any man? Have I placed the good of each in the power of any other than himself?
Have I placed the power of each. Anywhere else other than the power in themselves, letting them know it's in themselves.
What witness dost thou bear to God?
What witness do you bear?
I am in an evil state, master. I am undone.
That's your witness?
None careth for me. None giveth me aught. All men blame. All speak evil of me.
So, people speak evil of you. People blame. You don't like your country that you stay in. You think the whole world is gone to shit. That's your witness? That's your witness? Come on, y'all.
Is this the witness thou wilt bear, and do dishonour to the calling wherewith he hath called thee?
You.
Because he hath done thee so great honour, and deemed thee worthy of being summoned to bear witness in so great a cause?
You are worthy.
50.
Here we go.
Wouldst thou have men speak good of thee?
Speak good unto
Speak
them.
good of them. And when thou hast learned to speak good of them,
Do good.
try to do good unto
And
them,
you will see.
and thus thou wilt reap in return their speaking good of thee.
I'm telling you what happens.
51.
Here we go.
When thou goest in to any of the great, remember that another from above sees what is passing, and that thou shouldst please him rather than man.
Right.
He therefore asks thee, in the schools,
Let's go.
what didst thou call exile, imprisonment,
Indifferent.
bonds, death, and shame?
Indifferent.
I called them things indifferent. What then dost thou call them now? Are they at all changed?
No.
No. Is it then that thou art changed?
No.
No. Say then, what are things indifferent?
Things that are not in your control are indifferent. This is what Epictectus did. Even if you Google, what is Epictetus known for? That's what he's known for. He's known for the philosophy that you cannot be mad or frustrated over what you can't control.
Things that are not in our power. Say then, what follows? That things which are not in our power are nothing to me. Say also what things you hold to be good. A will such as it ought to be, and a right use of the things of sense.
Go.
And what is the end? To follow thee. 52. That Socrates should ever have been so treated by the Athenians.
Slave.
Slave. Why say Socrates?
Why?
Speak of the thing as it is.
Why?
That ever then the poor body of Socrates should have been dragged away and haled by main force to prison.
Yes.
That ever hemlock should have been given to the body of Socrates.
Yes.
That should have breathed its life away. Do you marvel at this?
Hold up. Do you marvel at this?
Hold this unjust?
Do you call this unjust? Listen to what she's saying. I know she speaks real fast. That's why I said you have to have an ear for this. I know everybody thinks they're the smartest in the world. You got to have an ear for it. Socrates, right, was poisoned. He was locked in jail before he was poisoned. People say, oh my gosh, that shouldn't have happened to Socrates. What they're not understanding is that happened to the body of Socrates. That wasn't Socrates himself. So that's why she said his whole body should have been dragged in pieces and everything, whatever erroneous, bad punishment that could have been done to Socrates' body could have been done and should have been done. And that's why she says, do you marvel at this? Because people still see themselves as this. I've said for years, stop looking at this. I'm not this body. Here we go.
For this that you accuse God?
You accuse God?
Had Socrates no compensation for this?
What?
Where then for him was the ideal good?
What's up?
Whom shall we hearken to, you or him?
What's up, Socrates?
And what says he? Anytus and Melitus may put me to death. To injure me is beyond their power.
Anytus and Melitus may put me to death, but to injure me is beyond their power. That's just what I said. Listen. I know. One of the reasons why I wasn't in a good relationship with my parents is because 10 years ago when I first started going live, before people wasn't even on camera like that, I was calling out world governments, tell them bring death, bring whatever you wish to me. I double, triple dare you, because I know that nothing in the heavens or the earth cannot touch me, only this body. I hope, I wish that you start to live like that and stop being so attached to this body. He even says that in the Bible. If you love the flesh, it will choke you and kill you. No offense to females, but oh my gosh, you got, some for your face to make you feel good, some for this to make you feel good, some for that to make you, all that body stuff. Oh yeah, all this makeup and eyelashes and all of that. Stop being so attached to the body. And I know, women, you're a feeling being. You like to feel good. You like to be emotionally good. We're just trying to help you out because that makes you easier to be deceived. Here we go.
Again, if such be the will of God, so let it be. 53.
And that's what Socrates said in jail when his friends are sitting there crying. His friends are sitting there frustrated. They want to help him actually escape secretly and all that. And he said, will y'all stop? If it's the will of the gods or the will of God, then let it be. Here we go.
Nay, young man, for heaven's sake, but once thou hast heard these words, go home and say to thyself, it is not Epictectus that has told me these things. How indeed should he? No, it is some gracious God through him. Else it would never have entered his head to tell me them, he that is not used to speak to anyone thus. Well then, let us not lie under the wrath of God, but be obedient unto him.
Speak, girl.
Nay, indeed. But if a raven by its croaking bears thee any sign, it is not the raven, but God that sends the sign through the raven. And if he signifies anything to thee through human voice, will he not cause the man to say these words to thee, that thou mayst know the power of the divine? How he sends a sign to some in one way, and to others in another, and on the greatest and highest matters of all, signifies his will through the noblest messenger? What else does the poet mean?
Hermes.
I spake unto him erst myself, and sent Hermes the Shining One to check and warn him, the husband not to slay nor woo the wife.
All right, hold up. Sorry. I told you she would get me emotional. Sorry. So anytime that you listen to me, please, like she said, for heaven's sake, please don't think that Wormlice has said this to you. My real name is William. They call me Will. Please don't think Will said this to you. There's a gracious God through me. Talks through me. Like she said, whenever a sign is sent through a raven, it's not the raven that you need to praise. God was talking through the raven. He sent Hermes the Shining One. You see my profile pic? It's a different type of story, though. It's in the Odyssey. Zeus sent Hermes to warn Agamemnon, because to warn, I forgot his name, but he was warning him not to slay Agamemnon or try to woo his wife or be with his wife. And what that proves is heaven does send signs. Heaven does send messengers. Shout out to Hermes the messenger. Sorry for my tears.
54. In the same way, my friend Heraclitus, who had a trifling suit about a petty farm at Rhodes, first showed the judges that his cause was just, and then at the finish cried, I will not entreat you, nor do I care what sentence you pass. It is you who are on trial, not I.
Yep.
And so he ended the case.
Ended it.
55. As for us, we behave like a herd of deer.
Run to the nets.
When they flee from the huntsman's feathers in a fright, which way do they turn?
To the nets.
What haven of safety do they make for?
Right for the nets.
Why, they rush upon the nets. And thus they perish by confounding what they should fear with that wherein no danger lies.
Right.
Not death or pain is to be feared, but the fear of death or pain. Well said.
Death and pain is not to be feared. Death or pain is not to be feared. Move your mind past pain. Death or pain is not to be feared. It's the fear of death and pain. Please, don't die a shameful death. What are you ashamed of? Because you have to leave here?
The poet, therefore, death has no terror, only a death of shame.
Don't die in the death of shame. Let's go.
56.
Let's go.
How is it then that certain external things are said to be natural and other contrary to nature?
How?
Why, just as it might be said if we stood alone and apart from others.
Right.
A foot, for instance, I will allow it is natural, should be clean.
Right.
But if you take it as a foot, and as a thing which does not stand by itself, it will beseem it, if need be, to walk in the mud, to tread on thorns, and sometimes even to be cut off for the benefit of the whole body. Else it is no longer a foot.
Hold up. I want to explain what she's saying. This is what I be talking about. A foot is not separated from the body. If it was separated from the body, what she's saying is, if it was separated from the body, it would be understood that it always needs to be clean. It always needs to be healed. It always doesn't have thorns in it. It never gets cut off. It's separated. But being that it's part of the body, then it makes sense that it should get thorns in the foot. It makes sense that the foot should get dirty. It makes sense for the foot to get cut off, right? For the sake of the whole body, or else it's no longer a foot. Let's talk about you too. Here we go.
Way we should conceive of ourselves also.
Here we go.
What art thou? A man. Looked at as standing by thyself and separate, it is natural for thee in health and wealth long to live.
So if you're a person and you're separated from everybody, remember this is a oneness. Okay? So if you were separated from everybody, it would make sense that you are always wealthy, you never have issues, you never have problems, you never get sick. Right. You're separated, but you're not separated. This is a oneness, and you're part of a whole. So that's why you have to fall sick. You got to go through trials and tribulations, and you got to die and all of that for all of mankind, because you are part of a whole. That doesn't mean that every time you go through pain or something happens that you don't like, you go posting and mad about it. You are a person in a whole. Things have to happen to you for the sake of the whole. That's why they call philosophy being higher-minded. That's why I try to explain to you guys. You have to think higher if you really want to be higher. You can't listen to this and then go back and post and do lower things. You're going to have a conflict within yourself. That's why I said, if you don't want to get better and you don't want to improve, just don't even listen to knowledge and wisdom. Stay complaining like the masses do. Here we go.
Looked at as a man and only as a part of a whole, it is for that whole's sake that thou shouldst at one time fall sick, at another brave the perils of the sea, again know the meaning of want, and perhaps die an early death.
I said that.
Why then repine?
Why?
Knowest thou not that as the foot is no more a foot if detached from the body, so thou in like case art no longer a man?
You won't be.
For what is a man?
Listen.
A part of a city.
Okay.
First of the city of gods and men.
Speak, girl.
Next of that which ranks nearest it.
Speak, girl.
A miniature of the universal city.
Yeah.
In such a body, in such a world enveloping us, among lives like these, such things must happen to one or another.
They must happen.
Thy part, then, being here, is to speak of these things as is met, and to order them as befits the matter.
This girl goes hard.
57.
Get it, girl.
That was a good reply which Diogenes made to a man who asked him for letters of recommendation.
Yes.
That you are a man, he will know when he sees you. Whether a good or bad one, he will know if he has any skill in discerning the good or bad. But if he has none, he will never know, though I write him 1,000 times.
Girl, say it.
It is as though a piece of silver money desired to be recommended to someone to be tested.
Go.
If the man be a good judge of silver, he will know.
Coin.
The coin will tell its own tale.
Hold up, let me slow it down. She goes hard. She goes hard, bro. So I've been a corporate manager and people ask me for recommendations letters. You know? But it's always funny. Like, wait, if they want to really hire you, I'm telling you from experience, if they really want to hire you, they're going to hire you. And then they'll say, plus, we checked his or her references and they check out too, but they already want to hire you. Okay, so what she said is, when somebody asks for letters of recommendation, it's nothing new. This is well over 1,000 years old. We still doing the same letters of recommendation. Nothing has changed. There's nothing new under the sun. So he's like, wait. Diogenes was like, wait. Search Diogenes. He's a great philosopher. I was just like, wait. If a person is a good judge of the good or bad, he'll know when he meets you. But if he's not a good judge of the good and bad, he'll never know whether you're good or bad, you know, to come along with the company, no matter how many letters I write him. you know? And then she was like, it's like a coin that you take to a person that checks out coins. You don't have to say nothing. The coin will tell its own tale. You don't have to do much talking. Show them. Show them.
58.
Here we go.
Even as the traveller asks his way of him that he meets, inclined in no wise to bear to the right rather than to the left,
right,
for he desires only the way leading whither he would go,
right,
so should we come unto God as to a guide, even as we use our eyes without admonishing them to show us some things rather than others,
right,
but content to receive the images of such things as they present to us.
Correct.
But as it is, we stand anxiously watching the victim, and with the voice of supplication called upon the augur, Master, have mercy on me. Vouchsafe unto me a way of escape. Slave.
So hold up. Let's talk about the ogre. You know what an ogre is? A-U-R-U. A-U-R-U? Ogre? A-U-R-U-R. Whew. You know what ogre is? They used to be used in Rome. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's okay. I'm trying, bro. An ogre is a religious person that claims to have divine connection, and you go to them and hope that they could connect to the divine to hopefully give you a way out or forgive you or have mercy or something like that. Sounds familiar? Sounds like the Catholic Church, huh? And that's what people still do. They go into the church. Oh, God, please, please, let me get out of here safe somehow, please. Slave, bro.
Do you then have aught else than what is best? Is there anything better than what is God's good pleasure?
Yes.
Why, as far as in you lies, would you corrupt your judge and lead your counselor astray? 59.
Here we go.
God is beneficent,
but the
good is also beneficent.
Okay.
It should seem then that where the real nature of God is, there too is to be found the real nature of the good.
Here we go.
What then is the real nature of God?
Speak.
Intelligence, knowledge, right reason. Here then without more ado seek the real nature of the good.
Speak, girl.
For surely thou dost not seek it in a plant or in an animal that reasoneth not.
Here we go. Here we go.
60.
Here we go.
Seek then the real nature of the good, in that without whose presence thou wilt not admit the good to exist in aught else.
Okay.
What then?
What?
Are not these other things also works of God?
Yes.
They are, but not preferred to honor.
But you.
Nor are they portions of God.
But you.
But thou art a thing preferred to honor.
But you.
Thou art thyself a fragment torn from God.
You.
Thou hast a portion of him within thyself.
Within yourself.
How is it then that thou dost not know thy high descent?
How? Sorry. Yes, these things, yes, these plants, yes, these animals are works of God. I mean, you even got people that think because they vegan, they don't even have to know knowledge and wisdom or anything no more. They just save from everything. Plants and diet and animals aren't things of honor. Those are works of God. What I'm trying to explain to you is that you are what's honored because you are an image of source. And not only honored, there is a piece of source in you that's not in any animal, not that any plant. You
dost not know whence thou comest.
How? Do you not know your high descent? How do you not know where you came from? How do you not know how powerful you are?
When thou eatest, wilt thou not remember who thou art that eatest and whom thou feedst?
Say it.
In intercourse, in exercise, in discussion, knowest thou not that it is a God whom thou feedst, a God whom thou exercisest, a God whom thou bearest about with thee, O miserable, and thou perceivest it not?
Say it, girl.
Think'st thou that I speak of a God of silver or gold that is without thee?
Say it.
Nay,
no.
Thou bearest him within thee,
Nay.
all unconscious of polluting him with thoughts impure and unclean deeds.
Speak.
Were an image of God present, thou wouldst not dare to act as thou dost.
Right.
Yet when God himself is present within thee, beholding and hearing all, thou dost not blush to think such thoughts and do such deeds. Oh,
hold on. You have it within you. And what's crazy is what she's saying is true. No, let's talk about Jesus, why don't we? If there was a statue of Jesus following you around all the time, you wouldn't dare to do some things that you do. You wouldn't dare to think some things that you think. But as she said, you bear this within you, and you're giving it all these thoughts of how you don't like this place, and you don't like this country, and you think it's all going to shit, and you think these people are evil. Don't stand up under the wrath of God. Please don't. You move and breathe. You're better than every statue that has ever been built in the world.
Thou that art insensible of thine own nature, and liest under the wrath of God. 61. Why then are we afraid when we send a young man from the schools into active life?
Why?
Lest he should indulge his appetites intemperately.
Why?
Lest he should debase himself by ragged clothing, or be puffed up by fine raiment. Knows he not the God within him?
No, he's not.
Knows he not with whom he is starting on his way? Have we patience to hear him say to us, Would I had thee with me? Hast thou not God where thou art?
So, people send their kids off. A whole bunch of people just sent their kids off after graduation into the world. Parents are scared. Yeah, my daughter was sent out there. She's in college now, but she's out there. My stepson, my Gail's son, he just graduated from high school. He's going to be out there. And us as parents, we're worried. Oh no, how will he or she turn out? Oh no. When as parents, we should have already let our kid know the God within them, that their power is not in good grades, that their power is not getting a diploma, their power is not getting a degree. Their power is in the God that is within them. And if they know that, if you know that, and you have taught them that, it's nothing to be scared of. We got to be better as parents. I love the fact that y'all watch me. But like I always say, show it to your kids. I leave the links always in the comments. Let your kids listen to knowledge and wisdom. Grow them.
And having him, dost thou still seek for any other? Would he tell thee aught else than these things? Why, wert thou a statue of Phidias, an Athena, or a Zeus,
I told you.
Thou wouldst bethink thee both of thyself and thy artificer.
I told you.
And hadst thou any sense, thou wouldst strive to do no dishonour to thyself or him that fashioned thee, nor appear to beholders in unbefitting guise. But now, because God is thy maker, is that why thou carest not of what sort thou shalt show thyself to be?
Right.
Yet how different the artists and their workmanship. What human artist's work, for example, has in it the faculties that are displayed in fashioning it? Is it aught but marble, bronze, gold, or ivory? Nay.
That's why she said, we're not talking about a God of silver and gold and marble and ivory. We're talking about a living type of being that what it creates moves. Not like what man create. And like she said, even if you were a creation or a sculpture, shit, even the sculptures would give it up to the one that made them out of marble or whatever they made them out of. We move.
When the Athena of Phidias has put forth her hand and received therein a victory, in that attitude she stands forevermore. But God's works move and breathe. They use and judge the things of sense.
Yes.
The workmanship of such an artist, wilt thou dishonour him?
Huh?
Aye. When he not only fashioned thee, but placed thee like a ward in the care and guardianship of thyself alone, wilt thou not only forget this, but also do dishonour to what is committed to thy care?
Listen. You're in the guardianship of yourself. You remember what I talked about earlier? You remember what we talked about with Socrates? Keep up with me. You're not this body. You are the God of that body. You are the one that controls that body. You can't blame and say, oh, well, the governments did this. Oh, well, they indoctrinated me. Oh, well, you are in charge of that body. He has put you in charge of yourself. And yes, you can handle yourself. Okay? You can handle yourself. Listen, you got an addiction to your phone. You keep on reaching for it. Listen, this is not you. This arm is not you. These hands, all of this is not you. Listen, you are the God over it. You see that damn arm reaching for the phone? You reach that motherfucker back. Like, oh, nope. You see what I'm saying? Being conscious of what you're doing. You bored? You reach for your phone? You control that shit. No, no arm, you're not doing that. When you start teaching your arm not to do it, it'll stop doing it, and you will see how you're the God of yourself. Here we go. Go, bro.
If God had entrusted thee with an orphan, wouldst thou have thus neglected him?
No.
He hath delivered thee to thine own care, saying, I had none more faithful than myself.
You.
Keep this man for me such as nature hath made him, modest, faithful, high-minded, a stranger to fear, to passion, to perturbation.
Yes.
Such will I show myself to you all.
I'm showing you.
What, exempt from sickness also, from age, from death?
No.
Nay.
Nay.
But accepting sickness, accepting death as becomes a God.
Hold up. Y'all not understanding. Like she said earlier, do you not know that what you feed us is a god or a goddess? Do you not know that what you exercise when you exercise yourself, that you are exercising a god or a goddess? Tell me what you are.
62.
Are, bro.
No labor, according to Diogenes, is good but that which aims at producing courage and strength of soul rather than of body.
So always do the labor that's going to strengthen your soul more than focusing on the labor that's going to strengthen your body. Focus on the labor that's going to strengthen your soul versus focusing on the on what's going to strengthen your body. Okay? Only do the labor that's going to strengthen your soul. You can still do labor that's going to strengthen your body. Focus on your soul more. Okay? Again, go through your dark. You don't like being alone, go through the labor of being alone. And understanding it. You see what I'm saying? So that way, your soul is better. And it's not scared to be alone no more. You see what I'm saying? So always, I do yoga every day. It benefits my body, but really it's for my soul. To not always be in a hurry. To learn how to breathe under intense stress and pain and thinking that I'm gonna fall. You see what I'm saying? So now when I come out here into the world, I've already been standing on one leg for an hour, getting through my thoughts, working on my breath work and all of that, going through deep fears of falling, deep pain, and deep breathing. So that way, as you go through it every day, your body gets in habit of understanding that intense shit that happens in life, it already knows what to do. Fucking breathe. Because that's what it does every day. When it's an intense situation, you make it breathe. So out here, when you get an intense situation, you're going to breathe, because what's happening out here is people get intense situations and they stop breathing. They don't even know it. Less oxygen gets to the brain and then they snap. Next thing you know, they sitting doing an interview on the TV show Snap. They like, I don't know what happened. I blacked out. You wasn't breathing. Here we go.
63.
Here we go. We're almost done.
A guide, on finding a man who has lost his way, brings him back to the right path. He does not mock and jeer at him and then take himself off. You also...
So, I'm showing you the truth. We have a lot of this going on now. Everybody a mark and deer. Oh, y'all just lost. Y'all just sleep. I feel sorry for y'all. Ha 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 ha. They take their way out. No. Listen. Give them the truth. And you will see they'll follow. But as long as you don't give them the truth, you can't mock at them. You got to feel your own incapacity. Give them the truth. No need to keep it secret. Give it to them. Here we go.
Must show the unlearned man the truth, and you will see that he will follow.
I just said
but
that.
So long as you do not show it him, you should not mock, but rather feel your own incapacity.
I told you.
64.
Here we go.
It was the first and most striking characteristic of Socrates never to become heated in discourse, never to utter an injurious or insulting word. On the contrary, he persistently bore insult from others, and thus put an end to the fray. If you care to know the extent of his power in this direction, read Xenophon's Banquet, and you will see how many quarrels he put an end to. This is why the poets are right in so highly commending this faculty. Quickly and wisely withal, even bitter feuds would he settle. Nevertheless, the practice is not very safe at present, especially in Rome. One who adopts it, I need not say, ought not to carry it out in an obscure corner, but boldly accost, if occasion serve, some personage of rank or wealth. Can you tell me, sir, to whose care you...
It's getting like Rome again. It's getting like Rome again. It ain't bad like that yet. But it's getting there. And it even has happened to some people. So, what she's saying is, people don't like to hear wisdom and knowledge. They don't want to be convinced. They get real mad. So what she's about to do is go through an example of what happens in Rome. When you try to help somebody think, you try to help them understand life and their focus. And back in Rome days, and I think it's still happening. I think we there though, especially in the United States. What she's about to say is, if you keep on trying to do this, you might get hit in the face. I'm telling you what she's saying. So that's why she said you shouldn't speak this knowledge and wisdom in an obscure corner somewhere, but openly if you get a chance to. So I'm doing it openly because I get a chance to. But please believe me, I know there's some people out there that don't want to hear none of this at all. Here we go. This example will make a lot of sense.
And trust your horses. I can. Is it to the first comer who knows nothing about them? Certainly not.
Okay.
Well, what of the man who takes care of your gold, your silver, or your raiment? He must be experienced also. And your body slave? Have you ever considered about entrusting it to anyone's care? Of course I have. And no doubt to a person of experience as a trainer, a physician? Surely. And these things the best you possess, or have you anything more precious? What can you mean? I mean that which employs these, which weighs all things, which takes counsel and resolve.
The soul.
Oh, you mean the soul. You take me rightly. I do mean the soul.
I do mean the soul.
By heaven, I hold that far more precious than all else I possess. Can you show me, then, what care you bestow on a soul? For it can scarcely be thought that a man of your wisdom and consideration in the city would suffer your most precious possession to go to ruin through carelessness and neglect. Certainly not. Well, do you take care of it yourself? Did anyone teach you the right method, or did you discover it yourself?
So, she's having a conversation with somebody. So, she said, for your horses, do you just pick anybody to look over your horses and take care of them? No, you pick a person that knows about horses for real, right? Said, what about your silver and gold? You wouldn't just pick anybody to watch over that, right? You'll pick somebody that's experienced in silver and gold, right? All right. What about your body slave? You wouldn't just pick anybody to come in and take care of your body, right? Right. So then she says, so what's even higher than all of that though? Right? The thing that takes resolve, the intelligence and all of that that's within you, the personality and all of that. Like, what do you mean? Like the things that move and breathe in you. Oh, you mean the soul? Yes, the soul. Same example. So do you just pick anybody? Right? Do you just pick any YouTube video that sounds good to help you know more about your soul? Or do you listen to somebody that's experienced with the soul? See, my personal issue with some of these people that do knowledge and wisdom, and I'm open to being wrong about my point of view about it, but to me, y'all know what I'm on, okay? Taoism, Hermeticism, Gnosis, philosophy. That's my shit. That's all. Now, I will have opinions about other things, but I'm not going to be as sure on other things as I am about what I'm on. because I believe that the people that I have studied from those 4 really know how to provide what's going to help me. You see what I'm saying? But I feel that people hear somebody speak knowledge and wisdom, and then they're like, yeah, I'm going to listen to everything that they say and follow them. But that person doesn't have real experience with the soul. That's a famous person that got a podcast and that's using hot button words. You see what I'm saying? Or a person that claims to know everything about everything. They don't have one focus. They don't have focuses. They just know everything about everything. So I'm going to just ask you, get focused on just a few things and be master in it. Forget everything else. Do I hear the stories about the Sumerian tablets and the Anunnaki stuff? Yes. That's not my shit. You see what I'm saying? Might sound great. I know how to kind of talk through it. That's not my shit. So I'm not about to go learn it just because it's the hot thing that everybody's talking. It's not my shit. If I want to learn it, I will learn it from somebody that's well versed in that shit. It's not my shit. I feel that everybody just wants to know everything about everything. No. And puts their faith in people that think they know everything about everything, but their focus has nothing to do with the soul. Here we go. We're wrapping it up. I'm done talking.
Now here comes in the danger. First, that the great man may answer, "Why, what is it to you, my good fellow? Are you my master?" And then, if you persist in troubling him, may raise his hand to strike you.
I told you.
It is a practice of which I was myself a warm admirer, until such experiences as these befell me.
This happened to Epictectus. He was just going up, talking to people, trying to give them knowledge and wisdom. They got mad at him because he was asking too many questions and all. Strike them. Here we go.
65. When a youth was giving himself airs in the theatre and saying, "I am wise, for I have conversed with many wise men," Epictetus replied, "I too have conversed with many rich men, yet I am not rich."
That's it.
End of section 3. Read by Karen Savage.
Karen Savage is her name. This woman is a great reader. Oh my God. And you can tell that she really, really loves this shit. You can tell the way she's reading, bro. She's not just talking, she's reading. Fire. Love listening to her. So I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I told y'all at the beginning of the video I was going to get into my emotions. I know. And that's because I'm really in it. You know, it's because I'm really in it. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I really do. I enjoyed it. I had a blast. I really did. I talked about this before. Like I always say, I have no idea what I say when I'm live. I have no clue of anything I just said. I go into my mind, and like I said, that mind opens up, oops, connects itself to the divine, and the divine starts speaking. I have no idea what I just said. So I have to go back and learn from myself. So I do this to learn from myself first. I used to do this before I even came on camera. I used to do this on Messenger way back in 2004. Yeah, was it 2004? No. I think 2010 or something. I used to record myself on Messenger and just go through a quote, right? And I talk through the quote. I was so blown away by myself. I started sending these to everybody that I could, right? I would call them Sunday walks and talks. And that made me learn how to think quickly, because all I have is 60 seconds to summarize this whole quote, because I'm very long-winded, if you can already tell. So that's how I kind of worked on that. And then that kept on blowing up to the point to where Messenger was emailing me saying, "Hey, you can't send that to that many people. We don't have the network to do that with, but it's coming." And then it came, and I was able to send it to more people, and people were telling me to get on camera and YouTube. My first YouTube video is still on my YouTube channel in 2016. That's the one I did from when I was in Switzerland. And then I still didn't want to be on camera, on live, especially on live. But I didn't like the YouTube recorded video. It just didn't seem authentic. And even though it's a recorded video, I just spoke from my mind in there. And then I finally came on live. At first, I was just playing around. I'm just telling my story. At first, I was playing around in Kroger and have different people because I wanted to be fun and funny because, you know, a lot of people know me for being fun and funny. But I'm like, why? I don't want to be known for that. You know, I didn't never talk about, you know, that I'm a Mason or Sons of Light, none of that stuff. So I'm like, no, I really want to go out there and really talk about what I really do. Because what they see is Fun Wheel and Happy Wheel and stuff like that. They didn't see Knowledge and Wisdom Wheel. So when I first came on live, a lot of people that was in the corporate office was like, what are you doing? Like, you acting like you spiritual? And I'm like, no, I had tattooed gnosis, been reading this every night and studying this for years. You know, you just know that you shouldn't talk about that in the corporate office, you know. So I'm glad to really be who I always wanted to be and do what I always wanted to do. I used to walk around the apartment years ago and just talk through gnosis and books that I'm reading. I would talk to myself, to explain it to myself, because as you can hear, this is hard to understand. Right? This is hard to keep up with. It's really hard to keep up with when you're reading it. It's easier listening, right? And I remember my neighbors used to say, man, you just be arguing with somebody up there. And I'm like, I'm not arguing with nobody. I was practicing on speaking in front of a lot of people, not knowing that I would ever be speaking in Masonic lodges from here all the way to Switzerland. And neither did I know that I would speak to thousands upon thousands of people in the last 10 years that's viewed my videos. I really appreciate it. Just talking through it. It feels good to live my dream. My dream was never to make money or to be famous. My dream always was this. Sorry if I get emotional. But I used to pray so hard, that God makes a way so I can tell this to the world in some kind of way, beg that the harvest is plenty, but the workers are few. Please send more workers. And it was one of my friends, all of my friends love listening to me talk, but one of my friends would always listen to me talk the most, and he passed away. And I remember when I used to talk to him, and he had a heart monitor, and he used to always tell me, man, you are great, bro. Like, one day you're going to tell this to the world. And I remember being like, how am I going to do that? But I promise one day we're going to take this to the world, bro, you know? And he passed away. And I wish he was able to see this. We used to talk all night about this kind of stuff. Everybody that came to my apartment had to put a personal quote on the wall of their own philosophy and stuff. So I'm just explaining how happy I am and how much I love this. I don't care if I only get one view. I just wanted to tell somebody the things that I feel that can really, really help with your soul, your life, and your eternity. Thank you for listening to that shit. Thank you for listening to my emotions and shit. I appreciate it. I think men need to cry more. I think men need to be more emotional. And I think they need to tell their story more. Men are so hard and strong so much. We're told that we have to be hard and strong, just like the girls are told that they have to be pretty. They have to look and dress a certain way and all of this. I feel that we need to be better as men. And with that, I can talk all day long. Let me get off this camera, continue to get my emotions under control, and smoke some motherfucking weed. Yep, I said it. But thank y'all for listening. The written version and the audio book will be in the comments, along with my YouTube page, because that's where I store my videos, because Facebook deletes them after 30 days. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you listening. More than words. Thank you for everybody that's been on my page for so many years. I tell y'all this all the time. I tell my girl this. I don't think I would have made it. I think I would have gave up. I think I would have gave up if it wasn't for y'all. Looking at my live videos, listening to my live videos, and supporting me, I really think I would have gave up. So I appreciate y'all that much. And with that, I'm done. I'm sticking this tongue out and getting these tears dry. I love y'all. Have a great weekend.